Hi, I'm Nick, Specialty Coffee Ambassador for Roastar. We are back for another Brew Method series. So we have another coffee that Amber, our Sales and Service Manager, has picked out.
Well, I picked Buunni Coffee, one of our customers, and we're doing the Jarabacoa Red Honey. The founder of this company is from Ethiopia, and him and his wife met there over a Ethiopian coffee ceremony before moving to the US and starting to bring that Ethiopian coffee back and roasting it in New York. In Ethiopian culture, coffee ceremonies are very important. It's just a place for them to create community. So I love that. That's what I love about coffee as well. This coffee specifically is honey processed, meaning that when the coffee is processed, they leave some of the fruit of the cherry on the bean while it's drying, and it gives it a really rich flavor profile. Also is a little bit more sustainable because it uses less water. So typically it's dried for longer periods of time. So that between those two kind of things, I thought it was really interesting. I'm an iced coffee lover, so I thought it would be great over ice, but I've never brewed this way before, so I'm excited for Nick to teach me.
So we're going to be brewing up this coffee on a Chemex using a Japanese-style iced coffee recipe, also known as flash chilling. So we will be brewing the coffee like normal as if it were hot over the top, but at double strength. And then we will basically dilute the brew with the other half of the water that's going to be already set as ice in the bottom. So we'll get started by weighing out 40 grams of our coffee beans. Perfect. That's how the nerds do it. Sometimes you have to cut a bean in half. We're going to be going with about a medium to coarse grind, pretty normal pour over grind for this. So the Chemex filters are a little bit different. You'll see they are basically a big square folded 4 times or twice. And instead of using it as one big sheet, you're going to pull just one sheet to the side and the other 3 will stay on the other side. So open it up in the 3-ply side. You want to put right against the spout, just to give it a little bit of strength so it doesn't seep in there. That smells delicious.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh. So we're using 270 grams of ice here, and then we're using 410 grams of hot water. So that's going to give us our total water that we want, which is a 1:17 ratio with the coffee. So we have our 40 grams of coffee in the top, and we're looking for a 1:17 ratio. So that's 680 grams of total water that we want, and we've already got about 40% of that 270 grams in ice. And so we're going to add 410 grams of water to the top, which will give us that total ratio once the double strength coffee pours over the ice and kind of melts to make it flash chilled and also the right strength.
Makes sense.
So if we want to tear out our scale, you can begin pouring probably about 250 grams to start of water. So right now it's brewing pretty much like any normal hot brew would. It's percolating in the top, dripping down, but it's going to come out, since we have less water that we're using, as a stronger coffee. So as it's coming out stronger than we would normally drink it, it is melting the ice, which is flash chilling it, locking in all of the volatile flavor compounds and really giving it that crisp acidity that we want out of an iced coffee. And it's also bringing it up to the right strength, so it's not going to be too strong. And that's evening out the water to give us our total ratio. So you can keep adding water now.
Take it to 210 or 410?
Yep, up to 410. This is my personal favorite way to make iced coffee. I just find that it holds on to a lot more of the fruity, bright flavors that I like versus a cold brew. So you'll see as it drips down, the ice is kind of starting to melt, which we want. And we are just about there. You can see the last bit of ice is kind of beginning to melt. With having about 40% of the ice, it should even out and all the ice should be melted. If you were to split it half and half, sometimes it'll be too much ice that by the time all the hot waters come in, it's too cold and the rest of the ice can't melt, and then that can leave the coffee a little bit too strong. All right, I think we are ready to give it a try. sample.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bright, smooth, nice body.
You definitely get a little bit more of the funkiness than you would have if it were a washed coffee, having fermented with a little bit of the fruit still on the beans.
Yeah. Well, thanks for teaching me.
Yeah,
That's
thank
super
you.
fun.
This will be your new go-to method. It only takes a little bit of work.
Between raising the kids and, going through this process, sure, this is like my new everyday kind of brew. Probably not, but maybe on Sundays.
Well, thanks for tuning in. This was another brew method. We'll be tasting some more. We've got an AeroPress coming, a siphon, perhaps espresso. Let us know what your favorite brew method is and what we should try next.